What do you guys think? Not bad handwriting, huh? Okay guys, that is it. Welcome to the first ever episode of the New Travel Show. You're probably wondering what this is all about. I'm kind of wondering that myself. I felt like it was time for a change, time for something new, something kind of casual where I can just talk to you guys about news stories or whatever's on my mind, or a chance for you to hear that airplane that's flying in the background. Of course there has to be an airplane. Episode 1, right? Something's got to go wrong. But yeah, that's the idea, guys. I just wanted a chance to talk with you guys pretty casually. And the story about the drones in the prison, that's not just clickbait. That's a real thing that happened to some travel vloggers very recently. And I do want to talk about that with you guys. But first, I'll just let you know that obviously I'm back in Canada. The Kazakhstan trip has ended. Thanks to everyone who checked out that series. I had a lot of fun making those videos. That was like a sponsored press trip with the Kazakhstan tourism government people, whatever. They flew me out there. They allowed me to go to Central Asia, part of the world I'd never been to before. And that's only possible because of the growth of this channel and every one of you who has helped me get to now over 100,000 subscribers, which is crazy. You guys are all part of this. And I just wanted to say thanks because, I mean, I've said it before, but literally you guys are the reason any of this is happening. So thank you. But yeah, now on for the main topic for today. A pretty intense story about what happened to a couple of travel vloggers from Australia. I got my phone because I want to get their names right. Their names are Jolly and Mark, and they have a YouTube channel called The Way Over Land. I think it's called that because they're driving between destinations. I took a look at their channel and saw that they had been driving all through countries like Pakistan, up by the border of Afghanistan. I mean, they go pretty adventurous places, clearly. They were traveling in Iran most recently. And what happened is, well, they got into some trouble. They flew their drone. I guess they didn't have the proper permit. They didn't have permission to be flying a drone in Iran. And that's about the last place in the world you want to be flying a drone without permission, because they have very strict laws in Iran. And they are a bit, well, I guess you could say they're a bit paranoid about spies and espionage and stuff like that, because they have, you know, troubled relationships with America and other countries in the West. So basically, even if you're a tourist, you're seen as, you know, Western people who are now bringing a camera in the sky in Iran, and that's not what they want. So this couple got caught, and they are now in Iranian prison. And supposedly they've been there for the past, well, their last video in Pakistan was posted over 2 months ago, so they might be there as long as 2 months. This story was only released about a week or two ago when I guess some of their subscribers were just wondering where they were, what was happening, why are there no more updates. I guess a journalist from Iran was the one who broke the news that they were in prison. And actually the prison that they're at is a very intense place. It's where a Washington Post journalist was held for about 2 years. When he finally was released, he talked about the conditions and said that it's just an awful place to be. They gave him solitary confinement, that he was being tortured. It was just, it was an awful situation. And of course, this is an ongoing story, so I don't know what's happening to this Australian couple at the moment. I haven't seen any reports that they've been released. The Australian government is working to get them released, but the problem with a situation like this is it becomes not only about the actions of these two people, but it becomes about the relationships between these countries. You know, they're puppets in this larger global political situation with tensions with Iran and America, and Australia is seen as connected to America. So it becomes this big thing that's so much bigger than two content creators flying a drone. I bring this up because I have mixed feelings about this story, and I want to hear what you guys think about it, because on the one hand, they broke the law. It's clear that if you're going to place like Iran, you should do some research. You should find out where flying a drone is legal, where it's not legal. And if you break the law, it's like if you break the law in your own country, you need to be held responsible for those actions. But at the same time, I think anyone would be pretty heartless to say that they're getting what they deserved because, well, I mean, like, who among us has never, like, jaywalked when the light was red? Or, like, who has never broken some law in some little way before? I mean, I see some people online saying that they're getting what they deserve, and it feels as though there are a lot of people who see, like, content creators and YouTubers and think, I don't know, they're almost, like, excited when something bad happens to us. And just to give you a bit of context, like, I watched one of their videos in Pakistan, and it's kind of like the videos I do. Like, it's very much trying to promote a positive image of the world. It's showing people that these countries aren't so dangerous. I saw that they were playing cricket with some kids on the side of the road in Pakistan. And I mean, this couple, they're true travelers. They are, they're driving their car across Pakistan, across India, across Iran, apparently. But sometimes when you get in that mode and you start to see a very positive view of the world, you can get a bit naive. You can get a bit sloppy and start to forget that there is a bad side to things as well, and you need to, like, be conscious of that. I guess I'm bringing it up today because I can relate to it. I feel bad for them, and I don't really know what can be done, but maybe this video in some way is some stone that helps to get more publicity for their situation and helps to, I don't know, just helps to show support in some way, because I do hope that they get out and soon, because I don't have a drone, and part of the reason I don't have a drone is because, well, I don't have a bunch of money to, like, buy all the new camera equipment all the time, but I know as a traveler that every country has new restrictions. My own country, Canada, recently passed some very strict laws about a drone. And yeah, everywhere you go, you need to be conscious of the laws. You need to be researching. You need to be knowing, like, what permits to get, what you need to get before you arrive, what you need to do after you arrive. So it's a pain in the ass, to be honest. It doesn't sound like a lot of fun to me. But on that Kazakhstan trip that I just took, there were some other creators with drones, and I saw their footage, and it was amazing. I even added some of it to my videos. So, like, I can't knock the footage. The footage from a drone is unbelievable. It's just the dangers of owning a drone. I want to pose the question to you guys. Do you have sympathy for them? Do you think that we need to do more to help these Australians get out of prison? Or do you think it's up to the country, Iran, to figure out what happens to them and they have to go through the judicial process, It really is a difficult situation, and I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Anyway, guys, I want to keep this episode pretty short because this is a new kind of show for me. I don't want to be rambling for like an hour and just get like 5 viewers and be like, okay, I need to delete this video and never talk about this again. By the way, guys, if you do enjoy this kind of content, if you do enjoy hearing this, please leave a like, leave a comment, just give me some feedback, because this is way outside of my comfort zone doing something like this, but I like travel. I like talking about travel, and if there's an audience out there for this kind of video, I think we can make something cool out of this. Anyway, guys, some people might be wondering what is next for the new travel. We're actually going to be taking a trip to Ottawa in a few days for Nari's birthday. She's never been there before. It's my country's capital city. And yeah, I'm excited to take that trip, excited to make a video about it. I don't know how much I'm going to film because it's her birthday and I also want to, spend time together. So need to find that balance between enjoying the birthday, make a nice video, enjoy the birthday, make a nice video. You know how it is. The topic that I got today was something that I found through Facebook and other social medias. But if you have an interesting travel story, or even kind of like just something interesting happening in your country that you'd like to hear my thoughts on, that you think would be cool to talk about on the new travel show, send me a message. I mean, there's a few ways you could do it. You could send me on Twitter, or you could, if you have some long message, you could email me. All right, this episode is getting way too long, so I'm gonna end it with something called the 60-second shout. This is where I take 1 minute at the end of my show and shout out things that I want to shout out. Big shout out to Here Be Bar. John Barr is another YouTuber who I've known for years, and his channel recently passed 100,000 subscribers. Also big shout out to Kinetic Cannons, Greg and Hillary. We're friends from the Mexico City days, and they just had their first video pass 1 million views. It was a Mexico Independence Day video where they did their reaction to the big show in Mexico City. And yeah, they've been making awesome videos in Mexico for a long time, so it is very well deserved. Way to go, Cannons. And finally, a big shout out to all the Mexican viewers, because you guys just had your Independence Day, and it just reminded me how much I miss that country. I still get a lot of questions about if I'll be back in Mexico. Obviously, I have viewers who would like me to go back. I will be back at some point. I don't know exactly when. I still have other countries I'd like to travel to, but I haven't forgot about you guys. That's for sure. Anyway, guys, that is episode 1 of the New Travel Show. I don't know how to end this because I just started this thing, so I'm just gonna like awkwardly walk away. Bye, guys. Don't forget about me. Peace.